What turns you on?
Intelligence attracts me in a big way.
Huge. I need somebody with some experience.
I need somebody who doesn't cheat.
I just don't want to pay too much.
Sounds like Winnipeg is looking for Soul Financial.
Woo! Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Gray is a racist. It's time for the news! Starting off with the local news. For the second year, the Winnipeg Jets did not make the playoffs, but neither did you, so shut up. Speaking of local teams coming up short, the Blue Bombers head coach Tim Burke admitted this week that boozing amongst the players was a problem with the team last year, and that the team partied too much. He said it was a problem not because of the team's woeful record, but because he was never invited out unless he drove. Manitoba, already the most expensive province in Canada for cigarettes, is raising the price from 22 cents to 29 cents per cigarette. Experts say this will only affect the smokers. Winnipeg Square was shut down Friday morning when a suspicious package was found. The situation was resolved after 2 hours when it was revealed it was just a cyclist with form-fitting shorts and a pair of sunglasses on his penis. Get a good zoom on that. Yeah. Yeah. Liberal Party leader Justin Trudeau came to Winnipeg this week to visit a local high school. Or as Sun News reported, overrated jackoff goes to Murder Town to greet future criminals. Flooding has proven to be a huge concern in Saskatchewan this year. Over 200 residents around Onion Lake have to either evacuate their homes or risk taking a bath. Saskatchewan, yeah. Inbreds. A Toronto pastor and his wife have been charged with fraud after it was discovered by church members that they had been ripped off by the pastor who told them he was an expert in foreign currency investment and that he could get them large returns for their money. One church member said he knew something was awry when the pastor told him all he had to do was deposit $60,000 into the Prince of Nigeria's bank account. Recently, Newfoundland settled a dispute regarding its unified crab prices within the province. Though short-lived, the price may now be in jeopardy as crab fishing boats have hauled in 15% of the yearly limit of crab in just 2 weeks. Here with an inside look into crab economics, or crabonomics, is the Newfoundland Sea Captain.
Now, thank you very much for having me, Dane.
Oh, good to see you again.
It's good to be here. I felt I had to come in and talk about this unified crab pricing arrangement, seeing as you guys are all landlubbers and don't know naught about crabbing. In fact, I've heard you say crab fishing. Crabs ain't fishes. Crabs is crabs. So I'm just going to lay down some simple crabonomics, let you know where Newfoundland's coming from in this whole dispute. All right, so as you see there from the chart, you start off with your plain old crab. All right, it's swimming in the sea. Now, we pull them out of the sea using a giant net system. What happens when they get on deck is a bunch of ex-cons have a bunch of fist fights to determine who caught the bestest crab. Now, when the crab gets to the dock, which is next, it's going to part up. You're met by a harbor master. The harbor master says, "Where are you from?" And I says, "I'm from Moondy paying fresh water. You come touching my crab with tariffs, I'll kick your ass, what?" You beat up the harbor master. You're hauling your crab across the dock. Buy from PEI comes up, says, "Those crabs ain't as good as PEI lobster." I says, "Where are you from?" He says, "Just said PEI." I says, "I'm from Moondy paying fresh water." Have yourself a nice day. He's a lobster fisherman. Lobster are fish, not a threat. Just crab.
I thought they were all crustaceans.
What? No, that's like a fancy term for white people, ain't it? Lobster's lobster, crab is crab, fish is fish, cat is cat, kiss the cat, screech yourself in, what? Finally, you get to the restaurant. Then that's where a guy like me sits down and says, "Oh, I feel like having some of the crab I caught." And they say, with the unified crab price, it's always going to cost the same. I says, what's that? And he says, $14 a leg. I say, where are you from? He says, I'm from Moondy Pain Freshwater. I says, I was from Moondy Pain Freshwater, but $14 a leg, I'm going to go work at Fort McMurray, Alberta, in an oil patch so I can afford my own crab. That's Newfoundland Crabonomics. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you. Newfoundland crab fishermen, everybody. Ah, yes. May the 4th was this past weekend, a day celebrated by Star Wars fans worldwide with the greeting of May the 4th be with you. This celebration is also under fire from the Lateral Lisp Society of North America, which has declared it, quote, insensitive, thickening, and super insulting to our condition. Google Glass has lit a fire under Canadian tech firms trying to come up with a viable competitor. Research in Motion has thrown their hat into the ring with the new BlackBerry keyboard glasses. There it is. Woo! Wouldn't that be hard to use? Yeah. Over 100 of those indefinitely detained at Guantanamo Bay Prison are now on a hunger strike. Prison officials have been trying to feed the strikers, but for some reason, Here Comes the Airplane seems to have little effect. Metro Meteor, a retired racehorse in Maryland, is now earning a lot of money and fame in the art world for his paintings. The owner of the horse, who is a classically trained painter himself, was surprised by how popular the horse's paintings have become, and is also expected to take his own life any day now. Yeah! Yeah! He's eating a taco! Every week this season. A Californian man woke up to a black bear in his truck last week, which he filmed with his cell phone. The man stated that the bear was truly mesmerizing. Later that week, the same man found a homeless person in his truck and promptly shot him to death. America! Well, you know what that means, folks. We had 2 jokes submitted with the same premise, and we liked them both, so we're going to use them both. First take on the bear in the truck thing was from WTF writer Dana Smith. Now let's hear from former host Ben Walker. A California man had an odd encounter when he discovered a black bear in his truck. The bear had somehow opened the door of the vehicle and climbed in. At one point, the bear had both hands on the steering wheel and was honking the horn with his snout, shouting, "Let's go, man! Tons of ladies at the dump today!" You be the judge. TSN's Jay Onright and Dan O'Toole are leaving the network and heading down south to Los Angeles to work for Fox Sports. In exchange, TSN will receive Glenn Beck, Nancy Grace, and a 4th-round draft pick. Sad to see him go. Popular sitcom Friends has been rumored to be planning a comeback season in 2015. It was originally scheduled for 2014, but Matt LeBlanc is having a hard time getting out of his contract at Staples. Rapper Danny Brown recently received oral sex from a fan while on stage in Minneapolis and continued to rap the entire time. Truly the most awe-inspiring demonstration of a commitment to his craft, since singer Meatloaf once had a fan bring him a rack of ribs during a performance and continued singing as he ate the fan. And that's the news, everybody! Yeah! We'll be right back with My Mom!